After the Sabbath, at dawn, on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. So this is before I get on to saying Happy Easter to everybody, I just want to draw out like the different and special aspects of the resurrection that I think are so relevant for us today in this story. And just a quick encouragement: if you haven't yet read the resurrection stories, read them today, read them in the next 8 days. They're really, really great, and I think we can draw a lot out from them. And this one is Matthew chapter 28, and then in the other gospels they have different passages on different encounters with different people on the resurrection, a journey, because a new journey is starting, today, for everybody, and it's an amazing one. And so I encourage you, read them, because they're gonna give you new hope and new life in this time. So just to quickly encourage you as well, this on this passage, Mary Magdalene and the women, like women, they're stronger. Like, they show a strength here that is amazing, and they roll up their sleeves and they're suffering, their mourning, but they still they get on with it, and they go to the tomb. I don't know how they thought they would open the tomb, but hey, they went there. And this is showing me the real strength of a woman. This is just a side note, okay? It's one of my favorite aspects of this. It's not the message, the key message I want to kind of share today, but also just another thing on the women. And I think this is one of my favorite things about the resurrection story, is that the first missionary, the first person to tell the biggest news on the planet, the news that would bring life and joy to so many people, is a woman, Mary Magdalene, the first missionary to go and to tell the disciples, to tell someone that Jesus, the one that they thought was dead, is alive and he's risen. And this is actually now the point that I want to share and draw on today. As you know, it is the celebration of the resurrection, but I think it couldn't be more relevant for us today, because I think one thing that we can't overlook, and I think that really is something that stayed with me, is the fact that actually the disciples, we see the women, they were going to the tomb, they thought they were going to see Jesus still dead. The disciples, they were suffering, and they were weeping, and they were mourning. And I think this is really strong, because yeah, I don't think we need to live a life numb to suffering. I guess it's not something that we I guess in the Christian stories we're encouraged to do, to just, okay, or whatever, suffering, and to just live on the, oh no, nothing is wrong. No, I think we yeah, we can go to those places sometimes when it happens, and I think God meets us there. And this is the message of the day today, and it couldn't be more useful for us on this day, in this day when we are suffering. And I want you to think, maybe there's still an area in you that you think, wow, I have the, yeah, like fear, or despair, or anxiety, like a tomb that we sometimes carry, our places of death, if you like, in us. So don't be afraid to kind of bring them to mind, and to make this Easter experience. And what is the Easter experience? Is the one that in our suffering, in our death, Jesus, having overcome death and conquered death, coming victorious and resurrecting, he comes and he meets us in our pain with his resurrection in life. I think this word resurrection for me is so beautiful. Resurrection for me, it means, transforming that what is into life. So no matter what state, if it's a dead state, that whole thing is going to come back to life. And the hole that these disciples and these women felt, of the hole that was filled with despair, is now filled with joy. So Jesus overcomes to be able to come today, on this day. What day is it? The 12th of April, 12th of April 2020, where the world is suffering, where we are in despair. Jesus is coming today to us resurrected, and he's coming with his life and joy. So he wants us today, guys, hello, he wants us today to look up to him, to look up to the resurrection. Like I said, no matter where you are in your life in this moment, if you're in despair, if you're suffering, we see, it happens. But today the resurrection invitation is to look up to him, to look up to him, and to receive that, and to gaze that resurrection, and allow that to be our hope, and allow that to be our joy. I think we're in a time where we need joy, but we need real joy, not a fake joy, a joy that is deep inside of us, and that joy, the resurrection experience can give us today. So if you haven't made this resurrection or this Easter kind of journey or encounter, I think it wouldn't make sense for us to go without encountering the risen Lord. So today I want to invite you to encounter the risen Lord. So celebrate this resurrection by allowing yourself to kind of, if you want, open the tomb. If you have that place in you, open that tomb where maybe you're feeling a bit down, open it and see that life is there. Jesus resurrected is right there, calling you out, calling you to life, calling you to resurrection. And if you feel like you haven't got enough strength to open the tomb yourself, call upon God. The angel will come and he will sit on that stone. How God triumphs over everything in our life. So we just need to go to him today, to the resurrected Jesus. So read the resurrection passages, allow them to allow yourself to enter into them. And also, in a special way today, I want to invite you to listen to a song to celebrate, to celebrate Easter today for you at home. And this song is by Matt Maher, and it's called Christ is Risen. So I want you to listen to this song, to listen to the words of the song, and allow the resurrection to come. God, he sees our pain. He sees what we're going through in this time of our history in our lives. But he does not want us to dwell there. And he wants us to look up and to see that there is more, and that there is resurrection. There is resurrection. And I can't say this enough. And I guess that this is the joy. This is the joy when we're able to see this. And that's when, I guess the real joy kind of comes through. And the real hope. That's our Christian hope. Our Christian hope is not that we're going to live not that the world is full of roses, but our Christian hope is that, yes, in darkness there is life. Yes, in death there is resurrection, because Jesus is here and he's come and he's calling us to this. So that's my encouragement for you today. Listen to that song. And also I want to invite you and to encourage you, for the next 8 days the church is going to be celebrating the resurrection every day, like party people. So I want to invite you to the next days. Keep spreading joy. Keep sending those texts to people. Happy Easter. Remind them that Jesus is risen, that there is hope. So for the next 8 days, celebrate, barbecue. I know that I'm going to be here celebrating Jesus' resurrection, because it's the greatest news for us, that we can look up to this. So a very, very, very happy Easter to you. Big Easter distant hug. And thank you so much for watching and these videos and these reflections and journeying with me in this time. I've been, yeah, I found it really special to be able to reflect this week in a special way, and to share that. It's been such a joy for me every day. So for the next week, I probably won't be posting a video daily. However, if you're bored, got nothing to do, and you're like, okay, I want to go and do something, or you know, on the chaplaincy page there are more videos that I've made, if you want to have a look at them. And also in the next, yeah, maybe next week, one of the days I will, yeah, I've got a lot of time, so maybe one of the days I will, yeah, if I feel, yeah, I might post something there. But yeah, if you want to follow anything else in the chaplaincy page, yeah, otherwise it's been so good, and I'm sure that I'm gonna see you soon. Keep the hope up, please. Keep the hope up and spread the joy. Spread the joy of the resurrection, because that's what we need in this time. Okay? Amen, people.